In the spring of 2025, as Europe's football giants circled and transfer rumours flooded the headlines, one name set Tyneside and the football world alight: Alexander Isak.
It's a really good Newcastle United team goal, finished off in the middle by Alexander Isak.
This is the story of Sweden's crown jewel, a striker who's conquered expectations at every turn, broken records in 3 leagues, and become the heartbeat of Newcastle United's resurgence. From a quiet suburb outside Stockholm to the thundering roar of St. James Park, Isak's journey is one of relentless ambition, quiet resilience, and the talent that refuses to be ignored. As he stands on the brink of another transformative summer, his name linked to Premier League rivals and Champions League hopes, one question echoes across football: is this just the beginning of Alexander Isak's legend? His story begins far from the glitz of Europe's biggest stadiums, in the quiet streets of Solna, a suburb just north of Stockholm, Sweden. Born on September 21st, 1999, to Eritrean parents who had emigrated to Sweden, Isak grew up in a tight-knit, multicultural community shaped by both Swedish life and Eritrean heritage. His parents, Team Isak, and his mother brought with them a sense of ambition and resilience, values they instilled in their son from an early age. Family was everything. By the age of 6, he was already showing remarkable talent, joining the youth ranks of local club AIK, the same club he supported as a boy. Coaches quickly noticed his natural technique, intelligence, and quiet determination. Growing up, football wasn't just a pastime, it was his way of connecting with his heritage and his new home, a bridge between cultures that set the stage for everything to come. By 2016, Alexander Isak's talent was impossible to ignore. At just 16 years and 199 days old, he made his professional debut for AIK in a Svenska Cupen match against Tenholtz IF on February 28, 2016. On April 17th of that same year, Isak scored his first Allsvenskan goal for AIK against Östersunds FK. With that strike, he became the youngest goalscorer in AIK's history and one of the youngest ever in Sweden's top flight. Throughout the 2016 season, Isak's calm finishing, intelligent movement, and confidence on the pitch set him apart. He ended the year with 13 goals in 29 appearances for AIK, an extraordinary return for a player still in his teens. By January 2017, Alexander Isak's rise had caught the attention of Europe's elite. At just 17 years old, he signed for Borussia Dortmund for a reported fee of around 8.6 million euros, setting a record for the most expensive transfer from Sweden's Allsvenskan at the time. But Isak's time in Dortmund was challenging. Over 2 seasons, he found first-team opportunities limited, making only 5 Bundesliga appearances and scoring once in the DFB Pokal. Despite his potential and flashes of brilliance in timing, establishing himself in a competitive Dortmund attack, it proved difficult for the young Swede. In search of regular football, Isak was loaned to Dutch Eredivisie side Willem II in January 2019. It was in the Netherlands where he finally announced himself on the bigger stage. In just half a season, Isak scored an astonishing 13 goals in 16 league appearances. He made history by becoming the first player in Eredivisie history to score 3 penalties in a single match, and was the first foreign-born player to score 12 goals in his first 12 Eredivisie games. His electric form in Tilburg reignited excitement about his future and proved that given the chance, Alexander Isak could be one of Europe's most dangerous young forwards. With his star rising, Alexander Isak made the move to Spain in June 2019, signing a 5-year contract with La Liga side Real Sociedad. The transfer marked a pivotal moment in his career, offering the young striker a fresh start and the platform to showcase his abilities at the highest level. He quickly made an impact, scoring in his first Copa del Rey appearance for the club, and by February 2020, he delivered a stunning performance in the quarter-finals against Real Madrid, scoring twice and assisting another in a thrilling 4-3 victory at the Santiago Bernabeu. Just days later, he netted the winning goal in the fiercely contested Basque derby against Athletic Bilbao. His performances in the Cup were instrumental, as Real Sociedad lifted the 2019-20 Copa del Rey trophy, defeating Athletic Bilbao 1-0 in the final. played in April 2021 due to pandemic delays. Isak became the first Swedish player to score a La Liga hat-trick in over 70 years when he struck 3 times against Alaves in February 2021. Over the 3 seasons with Real Sociedad, Isak amassed 33 goals in 105 La Liga appearances and became renowned for his pace, composure, and clinical finishing. In Spain, he transformed from a promising talent into one of Europe's most sought-after young strikers, proving himself on some of football's biggest stages. In August 2022, Alexander Isak made headlines with his record-breaking transfer to Newcastle United. The deal, worth around £63 million, instantly made him the most expensive signing in the club's history, and one of the biggest moves in Premier League football that summer. Impact was immediate. Isak scored on his Premier League debut at Anfield, coolly finishing against Liverpool in front of a stunned Kop. Despite facing some injury setbacks in his first season, he quickly established himself as Newcastle's main attacking threat, blending technical skill with clinical finishing and explosive pace. The 2023-24 campaign, it saw Isak reach new heights. He finished as Newcastle's top scorer with 21 league goals, placing him third in the Premier League Golden Boot race, behind only Erling Haaland and Cole Palmer. His goals powered Newcastle to a strong league finish and a deep-cut run, earning him the club's Player of the Season award. Isak's form didn't go unnoticed. In December 2024, he netted his first Premier League hat-trick in a blistering performance against Ipswich Town. That same month, he was named Premier League Player of the Month, becoming the first Swedish player to win the award since Zlatan Ibrahimovic. By May 2025, Isak had reached 54 Premier League goals in just 86 appearances for Newcastle, shattering Zlatan's record for most goals by a Swede in the competition. He also played a pivotal role in helping Newcastle lift the EFL Cup in February 2025, ending the club's 70-year wait for a major domestic trophy. As transfer rumours swirl and Europe's biggest clubs watch closely, Isak remains at the heart of Newcastle's project, determined to deliver even more history for club and city. Alexander Isak's rise to international stardom began early. He made his debut for the Swedish national team on January 8, 2017, in a friendly against Ivory Coast, becoming one of the youngest players ever to represent Sweden at senior level. Just days later, on January 12, 2017, Isak scored his first international goal in a match against Slovakia. At 17 years and 113 days, he set a new record as the youngest goalscorer in the history of the Swedish national team. Since then, Isak has become a key figure for Sweden, amassing over 50 caps and scoring 16 goals by the spring of 2025. He was an integral part of Sweden's squad at the UEFA Euro 2020 and continued to lead the line during the Euro 2024 qualification campaign and beyond. Isak is celebrated not just for his goal-scoring ability, but for his intelligence, technical skill, and selfless play, qualities that have made him the face of a new generation of Swedish footballers. Alexander Isak's style of play has drawn praise and fascination across Europe. Standing at 6 feet and 4 inches tall, Isak combines the physical presence of a traditional targetman with the speed, technique, and dribbling ability of a modern forward. According to detailed analysis from Opta Analyst, Isak ranks among the most mobile strikers in European football, capable of dropping deep, drifting wide, and beating defenders with winger-like agility. WhoScored data highlights his finishing, dribbling, and long-range shooting as standout attributes, while his shot accuracy and conversion rate have consistently rated among the highest in the Premier League since his arrival at Newcastle. He also excels at key passes and creating opportunities for teammates, making him more than just a goalscorer. Tactically, Isak is versatile, comfortable leading the line alone as a second striker or operating from the left. He's celebrated for his intelligent runs, close control, and the ability to create space for himself and others. Newcastle manager Eddie Howe has even compared Isak's movement and composure in front of goal to Thierry Henry. Despite his size, Isak isn't known for aerial dominance. Instead, his game is built on technical finesse, acceleration, and clinical decision-making in the final third. He's also recognized for his pressing ability and willingness to contribute defensively when needed. Above all, What sets Alexander Isak apart is his calmness under pressure and an unselfish mentality, qualities that have made him a favourite among teammates and coaches wherever he has played. As Alexander Isak's star has risen, so too has the speculation surrounding his future. The summer of 2025, it's seen his name linked with some of the Premier League's biggest clubs, most notably Liverpool and Arsenal. Reports in July confirmed that both clubs have shown genuine interest, fueling weeks of media headlines and fan debate. The speculation reached fever pitch when Isak was left out of Newcastle United's pre-season squad for a friendly against Celtic, with manager Eddie Howe openly admitting that ongoing transfer rumours played a role in the decision. Despite the noise, Howe has remained firm. Alexander is a key part of our project. We expect him to stay and lead the line for Newcastle. Liverpool, according to The Athletic, have made an approach but not yet to submit a formal offer, fully aware of Newcastle's stance that Isak is not for sale. Arsenal's interest is also said to be strong, but as of mid-July, no transfer bid has materialised. Amid all the speculation, both club and player have projected calm. Isak has not publicly agitated for a move, and Newcastle have reiterated their commitment to building the team around their Swedish striker. As the transfer window closes, football fans across Europe are watching closely, wondering if Alexander Isak will remain the hero of Tyneside, or if another seismic move is on the horizon. Alexander Isak's journey is the story of a modern footballer whose talent, resilience and humility have carried him from the quiet parks of Solna to the bright lights of the Premier League. He shattered records as a teenager at AIK, faced challenges and breakthroughs in Germany and the Netherlands, and became a star in Spain with Real Sociedad, lifting the Copa del Rey and making history as one of La Liga's top young strikers. His arrival at Newcastle United, it marked a turning point for both club and player. Isak's goals, versatility, and work ethic have helped transform Newcastle into a team capable of winning trophies and competing at the very top. Internationally, Isak has become the face of Swedish football's new generation, breaking records as the nation's youngest ever scorer and leading the line with skill and selflessness. Now, as transfer rumours swirl and the football world speculates about his next move, Isak stands at a crossroads, still just 25, but already the author of a remarkable story. Whether he remains at Newcastle or seeks a new challenge, one thing is certain: Alexander Isak is a player whose journey is far from finished and whose next chapter will be watched by fans around the world. If you've been inspired by Alexander Isak's remarkable journey, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more unforgettable football stories. Because, in football, the greatest tales aren't always about the flashiest transfers or the highest fees. Sometimes they're about the players who stay true to their path, rewriting history one goal at a time.